All right, the trades from week past. Peter, look, last week and the week before that, I gave you guys entry of Bitcoin at 99,000. Some have been hailing this as a perfect entry. Some people have been praising me, going, unbelievable that you got literally the wick down to 99,000. Other people say that it's such a good call that I must have manipulated the price. That I'm one of those whales who went in with massive amounts of liquidity.
Yes, you and Michael Saylor.
Other people call me a charlatan, going, anyone who could call a price move so perfectly is obviously lying. Guys, the answer is way simpler than that.
Oh, is it?
You underestimate my power.
I communicate with the Lord of Liquidity. That's it. I have faith in the Holy Global Empire. I have faith in liquidity. And I just read what it says. And to you, it seems like fortune telling. But to me, it's just blonde, brunette, and redhead.
Of course. Of course. Yes. Don't worship you, I bet.
Yeah. So let's take a look at last week's. Let's take a look at last week's. All right. So last week, we had, did I mention here Bitcoin hit 99,000, just like I was talking about?
Yes, you did mention it.
Sorry, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Which was, okay, it's interesting in and of itself. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's everybody wants that. What's interesting, what's great is that these indicators that I'm using in order to determine this, they're all free. Did I mention that? They're all free on sacredprofit.com.
Yes. Sacredprofit.com. Go get it. Get it.
Go register. You click. We're in beta right now, so forgive the jank. But
what are you doing right now? If you're not right now immediately going to sacredprofit.com and getting these free, amazing, premium, optimized indicators for Bitcoin and everything else, you're not a high-value trader. I guess you're not a high-value trader.
So we had the downtrend from the week prior, so not last week, but the week before that. And where did the price go? The price went to these two levels over here, this daily level and this weekly level. But you see how we missed this level over here, this daily level? That the price didn't actually go up over there? That meant that after we cleared the lower levels, the bias was towards the upside. So this already gave me a bunch of conviction that we could get in at 99. Now, I still had orders lower down at 92 and at 80. But as you can see by our seasonal waves, a bunch of these were already cleared. Let me make it clear over here. If I go over here to the daily, you'll see here that this level, I had orders at this level at 99, orders at this level at 92, and orders at this level at 80, right? But you have to also take a look at the waves and the trend lines. So our wave indicator is showing us that this purple wave crossed above the 92 level, right? So it makes it less likely that we're going to fall down to that level.
Right.
Then we have the 3-month volume weighted average price that's also here, and then also trend line over here. So we have a bunch of support. There's tons of support here. So the chances that the price would fall here through here, I mean, Iran and America would have to, Israel and America would have to drop a nuke on Iran for us to get to that level, right? But the bunker bombs, that gets us to 99.
Jesus.
I don't tell you why. I just tell you what, when, how, who, and also sometimes why. So we get there at 99. We enter into the trade. If you got in a little bit too early, then you got liquidated, no problem. You get back in. When you're trading at 50x leverage, you get liquidated sometimes. And this move up to over here was an 8% move, which at 50x leverage is a 400% gain on the position.
Better than Circle.
You're getting it, Peter. You're getting it. Better than Circle, all right? All right, so then the question is, during that week when we take a look at it, where did the price, after it bounced up from 99, where did it bounce? Right at the end of the week. You see this red line over here? Right at the end of the week, it bounced and moved up. And we're already prepared for that. Why, folks? Because the weekly level to pay attention to was 104. That means as soon as this cleared and the week started, the price should move up to 104. Okay, so this move over here should have been a no-brainer. All right, so if you're faithless, you should still have done this. But what did we say last week? Liquidity is still moving up and to the right. If we take a look at global liquidity, we're still moving up and to the right. So no reason not to favor the long side. Really no reason not to. So what we have here is I did not close out my position when we got up to the weekly level. I just stayed in it. And especially since our green trend at the back over here, see our green, they started climbing up 1, 2, and 3. All right. So we get all the way up to our, I think I hope it's clear by now here. You see this consolidation of waves. You see these trend lines. These are all calling the price up, as well as this line is calling the price up too. We're going up. Guys, we're going up. That's what was going on last week. And we went up and up and up and up. Now, once we got over here, once we got above water, we got above the water over here, we then came, and often you'll hear me talk about this 3-hunt candle, 1, 2, 3. And on the third one, this is where we came and retouched the daily level, right? We didn't do it over here. We didn't do it over here. We did it over here. Right? This is a 3-hunt candle. Now here, this is the man in the box situation. Man in the box. Peter, when I say man in the box, do you know the scene of Prestige that I'm talking about? Spoilers for the Prestige.
Yes.
Yeah. You have the box selected, Peter, so it's red on the screen, just so you know.
Sorry about that.
So
it's only red for us, by the way, not for them.
Got it. So it is, if you don't know the Prestige, spoilers for the Prestige. Just give everyone a time to pause and go watch the Prestige and then come back.
Yeah.
So the idea here is that it's a magician who uses a technology. He stands over a tank of water, and the idea he uses this technology to zap himself, and he zaps himself across the stage so that he appears on a stage somewhere else. But the way that works, that teleportation works, is that it makes a clone of him. It clones him when he gets zapped, and that clone drops into a tank of water hidden underneath the stage. And the whole idea is that he never knows every night that he's doing this trick if he's going to be the guy who gets zapped to the other side of the room and does the flourish, the Prestige, or if he's going to be the guy in the box drowning to death. And then you see that he's done this 100 times, that he had to just like kill himself again and 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 again. Anybody who knows me who knows this is exactly Tom's kind of thing. It's exactly my sort of thing, exactly my sort of dilemma. What happens here? Am I going to be the one that rises? I'm going to be one that falls. Now, I'm betting on the rise here for Bitcoin because liquidity is up and we have shorts that are starting to be liquidated because we were at, what was it, 12 or 14 billion shorts in general for Binance, OKX, and whatever, Bybit, whatever the other exchanges, and now we're at like 8 billion. So shorts are being liquidated. So we have the supportive flows up, but we still have 8 billion versus like 400 million long. So there's plenty of more tinder to bring us up. So my slant was always to the upside. Plus, if we take a look at, if we go back to the chart and take a look closer, we're going to zoom into this area. Just because we did the 3 hump, all that means is that we can rest. Right? We could fall, but we could also go sideways. Because remember, corrections can happen in time as well as in price. You can have a correction in price. Oops. You can have a correction in price that happens, come down and then up. Or you can have a correction that happens over time, sideways. Which I hate, but whatever. That's what it is. And so when we zoom in over here, after these 3, we have these yellow areas. Let me go to the 15 minutes so you can see it even clearer. Get yellow area that switched to red temporarily, then yellow, and now green. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it any surprise here that it switched to green and then it bounced off our daily level and rose up? A bunch of people were surprised by this move. You know who wasn't? Sacred Prophet. That's right. That's right.
You underestimate my power.
Nobody underestimates your power, Tom.
Some people underestimate my power. This whole campaign's against me online.
Really? Nobody even knows who you are.
People don't want to know the time of their death. Okay, they don't like when people tell the future. They chase us out. They burn us for being wizards. All right, that's it. I gave you guys the prices to get in at. You can make tons of money. You don't want to do it. Don't know what to tell you. Go to sacredprophet.com if you want to be one of the acolytes. Go ahead and join. If you're really good, you'll be one of my disciples. But that's not going to be free. But until then, I want to wish you guys a great week. Watch out for the pullback on Monday. We're going out, baby.
Where the river flows free. I only carry the flag.